I spent $21,172 on Whiteout Survival in 125 days. And tonight, we don't have a lot of like purchasing things going on other than a special deal going on. We have two events going on. We have Brother in Arms and King of Icefield. Now, King of Icefield, I'm basically saving for SVS Prep. My only goal is to get Medal of Honor. So what I'm going to do tonight is I'm going to pop another Essence Stone special deal, and that'll be how I do that. And I kind of get some points for this event. And I'm, progressing my hero gear and not losing anything, because when I spend on that replacement pop-up pack, I'll be replacing everything I used and then some usually. So that's all I'm doing for King of Icefield. The Brother in Arms is interesting. Now, I want to have a little discussion with some people who have been veterans of the game. So we're using Brother in Arms as an opportunity to do a little bit of server cleanup. We've been noticing like way too many people are gone from the game. We need to try to consolidate down to top 5, and that's not happening organically. We're trying not to be super aggressive about it. So what we're doing, we told people, like, look, either join a top 5 or shield up. If you shield up, you're showing us that you're active. At least we don't want to, flush people who are active and enjoying and wanting to play the game. But people who aren't paying attention, people who aren't listening to their alliance leaders or not watching world chat, like literally all week, all I did is spam people telling of this event and what we're doing. We said, if you either move into a top 5 alliance or shield up, and that way we know you're active, and that's all you have to do. Prove to us that you're active by shielding up or move into a top 5. And that's what we're doing. So this is basically, we're using Brother in Arms as a cleanup event. And the way we're doing it, as far as war games goes, is about the best and most civilized way that I can imagine doing it. There are going to be people who complain. There are going to be people who aren't happy about it. But, what are you going to do? This is a war game. They need to start learning how to play a war game. So that's what we're doing. That's what Brother in Arms is all about tonight. So let's get into some of the spending, and then we will... why is this? Did I get a new... I did. I got a new personal best, didn't I? Happily claim that. So there's a new personal best for bear damage. I'll try to stream a bear or something soon. My schedule's been crazy. So let's see. Let's take a look at what we got in the standard section here. So custom armament chest, I've already taken care of. The top chief. I'm going to buy this up a couple rounds because I've been talking about making sure that my chief gear stays, consistent. Like my progress on chief gear stays consistent. And that's one of the ways I'm going to do that. I'm not going to touch this Hall of Chiefs or this Fire Crystal Energy Pack. The enhanced gear, none of that. I already done what I'm going to do on all that. I did a bunch of spending yesterday. Probably, not the best efficiency in terms of packs, but certainly to get the Meteor March, it was nice. So if you have missed that, take a look at yesterday's video, because I dropped over $1,000 in one session yesterday. Let's see if I get lucky on this. Nope, no luck whatsoever. All right, and I'll do my claims here. And that's all I'm going to do for the standard section right now. Now let's take a look at the deals section. There is this crystal reactivation. The way I look at this is, if we look at the 500, this pack, the 500 embers gets you for $50. And if we look at how many fire crystals that gets you, it gets you 300. So that's 300 for $50. That is not a super high value deal, but it's not bad either. It's 6 fire crystals per dollar, essentially. However, there's a secret little, roll in the dice you're going to do here. When you buy these fire crystal chests, they give you a chance at getting an even better reward. And if you manage to pop one of the good ones, then that can be quite a good value. Usually, however, I'm, not doing that great on these, but I'm going to buy it anyways because it's kind of a fun little game to play. We're going to need a lot of fire crystals as the game goes on. So I have no problems with doing that. So, and I don't think I needed these last time. Basically, when you buy them, you basically end up buying out the shop anyways. So if I remember right. So let me do that first. I'll do the buying first, and then if I need those, I'll come back and get them. All right, so we're going to buy the 500. Basically, you're going to buy all these. And each one of those comes with these little, chests. And then we can get up to 5 of these. So, yeah, I guess it does make sense. Just to grab those. Just to have them. All right, that's the crystal reactivation shop all bought out. I'm going to come around to the backpack later. So now let's take a look at Journey Treasures. This is just claims at this point. Grab that. To grab the sign in and earn it. Here we go. Here we go. Dead shot. Deadshot. Let's see. Let's see, Deadshot, how much you're going to embarrass me tonight. I know you love embarrassing me, Deadshot, but I'm getting a little tired of it, to be honest with you. So let's see what you got in store for me tonight. Yep. Yep. You know it. You know it, 'cause Deadshot hates me. There's nothing I can do that makes Deadshot like me. Yeah, exactly. 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 This is what I get from Deadshot every freaking time. It's getting a little bit annoying, to be honest with you. But whatever. I'll take it. I'll take it. It's free resources. I'll take it. All right. That's all we got for the deal section. So let's get into the backpack. Let's do a little ancillary thing. So that's all I got for tonight. So let's clear out the backpack. I'll come back around to those chests. And there's something else I wanted to take care of as well. We'll take care of the VIP, and I'm going to just bank those for future spins for the Frost Sphere. See how many I can get of those. But let's take a look. Let's do these 100 at a time and see, you know, what I'll do the first one at 118. All right. So basically for every 100, you should get at least one. And if you get lucky, you can get more than one. There's nothing saying you can't get more than one, but you will get at least one because they have like a pity reward. So just take care of this quick. And now we'll do 100 at a time. There's my one. Oh, got a little lucky. Got two. Yeah, got lucky again. Got two. Nice. Hey, all right. Got lucky again. Hey, all right. Oh! Oh! Whoa! All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a nice hit as the lucky hero gear chests go. All right, here we go. Do another one. Now, basically, this session, just because of that, I've had so much luck. Even if I just got one in every single one after this, I'm way ahead. I'm doing pretty good. 1, 2. All right. Another one. And another, whoa, 3. That is pretty good luck for the lucky hero gear chests. I'll take that. If that's what I'm saving my luck up for, I'll take it. That is nice. All right. Although, what would be really nice to get some luck on would be this bad boy right here. Now remember, here are my odds. So each one of those gets an odds of like, 5. Like basically, there's a good chance you're getting 10 or less. It's actually a really good chance you're getting 20 or less. So the odds that you're getting anything higher than something like 340 are really rare. It's probably going to be something much less than that. I mean, even 170 would be a little bit rare. It would be because, that would have to be you hit the 10 times. But if you get anything higher than that, you're doing pretty good. So let's see what my luck looks like. I'm just going to do all 17 of these in one shot. And let's see, what Lady Luck has, what the RNG engine has in store for me tonight. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and go. That's not bad. That's not bad. Last time I did this, I got a really small amount. But that, even 10 times would have been 170. So, that means I got, 10 times and didn't hit the jackpot, but, that's not too bad. So, although unfortunately that's not enough to move the needle as far as making it like substantially worth more than 6 per dollar, because there's a bunch of spend I did there. And like even the highest pack was like, 300 for 50. So even if you just added that to the highest pack, right? 455 divided by 50, that would be 9 per item, but it wasn't. It was more spread across all the other purchases as well. So probably moved the needle a little bit, but didn't make it super worth it, but it's still not the worst deal in the game. So it's kind of a fun little thing to do. All right. The other thing we need to do is apply some of these things I got from the backpack. So Let's go to the hero. Now, the only problem I have here is I am going to trigger the Essence Stone reset, but I need to wait for the 24 hours, and I'm recording a little early. So I'm not going to show you that, but you've seen me do it tons of times. The trick is you just have to make sure that while you're in the screen of doing the Essence Stones, you use at least 100 Essence Stones 24 hours after the last time you bought the hero gear, what's it called? Mastery Pack or whatever that thing is called. And you'll get an offer for 240 more Essence Stones. So you use 100 and you'll get an offer for 240. I'm going to pop that later because it's going to be after recording. So let's just take a look at where we are with the gear right now. Because what I do want to do is get these guys up. And I did get a bunch of stuff. So I can get these maxed out and ready to go. And they'll be ready to go red as soon as SVS comes around. Actually, I might be able to do it sooner. Yeah, I can ascend these right now because this doesn't use anything. Whoops. Oh, darn it. You know what? What we're about to test out here, because that was 90. What we're going to test out. Oh, that's because I needed to go to 10. So that's why. So I got myself confused. But what we're going to test out here is, do I actually need 24-hour reset? Somebody said you did. I trusted their word on it. They said they tested it many times. So I'm going to, since I already did it, I might as well. I'm going to have to pop it later as well. It's maybe a little wasteful, but I'll at least replace it. I've been doing this a lot, so I'll replace it. But let's see. This was a... I'm not at 24 hours after the last time I bought one, but I did experience a server reset. So let's see if I come out of here, will I get the offer or not? No offer. So there you go. Those of you who wanted to know, is it actually a server reset or a 24-hour time period? You got your answer, accidentally from me. So it does actually need a 24-hour reset. So it's a little unfortunate. I'm only like a half hour away from the 24-hour period, but I'll have to go in there again. I'll do another 100 Essence Stones, and because of that, tonight I'll only have a net gain of like maybe 30, 40 Essence Stones, something like that. So that's all right though. Like I said, been spending a lot on this, and I'm spending to cover anyways. So that's where we are with the hero gear. And I think there's actually, now that I have those gears ready to go, because those are ready to go red essentially. I'll be able to get them red when the opportunity is right and when I can replace the stones, or during state versus state. So the next thing I was going to be focusing on is basically Geronimo's plus 60. So if I can get the plus 60, then I can get the plus 30% on the infantry defense. So I wonder, with all that spend tonight, hey, that's a good way along towards, there we go. So now Geronimo's ready to go as well. So that's a nice position to be in, isn't it? That's a pretty nice position to be in. Let me put my head back in the center for this. But this is where things are looking like with the gear. So, you know, that's plus 59, ready to go to 60. I've got these ready to go red and everything else plus 20. And I've got this ready to go red and everything else plus 20. So that's pretty good progress right there. Maybe the next debate is where do I go next? Because if I go to the goggles for infantry, it's going to be a long grind until I can get the plus 60 expedition. That's a very long grind. So, you know, I could do it just for the plus 20 infantry attack. That gives you a little something, and then just kind of leave it there until I get all the other gear developed where I need it. But there's a decent argument for saying that after Geronimo's plus 60 on the defense, maybe something like the marksman plus 60 on the attack is what you're going to go for. So either way, it's a long grind, but maybe I do the plus 20 on Geronimo first, just to have it well-rounded. Everything's plus 20. I will. These need to go red as well. And once they go red, I'll have some options there. I think it's a similar option. Like the first one is going to be similar. Because if I remember right, the empowerment stats are similar on the right-hand side and the left. Let me see. So I go to here. It's like attack, health up, defense. Attack, health up, defense. Yeah, so it's like the left and the right works a little differently here. So maybe that's the plan, but I'm going to have to think about that. All right, now let's take a look at Labyrinth and see how things go here. We've got Dark Forge, which is chief gear, and I think I may have improved a little bit of chief gear since I've been in here. Let's find out. What is it? 60, start at the 60, 15, 25 for Dark Forge. No, maybe not. Let's see if that works. Hey, all right. That little adjustment helped quite a bit. Or I just had a bad RNG the first round. Could have been. Yeah, now I'm gonna hit a wall now. All right, no more attempts on that. And not looking too bad. Not looking too bad there. Of course, I haven't pushed it really high. So that's what things are looking like on the lineup over there. Let's take a look at the tech. So I did do a little bit more with tech, pretty sure, since the last time I've been in here. So we'll come down 50, 20, 30 for this. Huh. Maybe I didn't do as much as I thought. All right. Try that again. Oh, just barely. Well, I don't know what to adjust here. No, wasn't enough. All right, let's see how things are looking there. All right, well, still doing all right for, move my head over here. Doing all right for that stage as well. And of course, you know, overall, Labyrinth is still looking pretty good. Not too bad. Still do have a bunch of stuff to press, but, you know, going slow because of trying to save for state versus state. So that's what we got for Labyrinth. And finally, let's take a look at VIP. So let me see, move my head over here for this. Take a look at VIP. Do that claim. And okay, that's where we stand. So I think I'll wait until I get, you know, this banked up a little bit more. I mean, it's going to be so long before, you know, I can do anything with the Frost Sphere puzzle. These puzzle pieces are just crazy to get. So the bonus there is super nice for this one, the domain bonus, but man, it's going to take a long time to get this. And I'm not going to be pumping and spamming that anytime soon. Not until I get much, much closer. Maybe then I'll think about it, but it's actually not too bad though. You know, 16 out of 100, you know, it's not too bad. It's going to take a while though. Gonna take a while. So we'll just save that for a rainy day, so to speak. And while I'm at it, let me just come in here and reset my troops to even out the power ranking there. Oop, forgot to train. There we go. How close is that? Oh, all right, I'm at 209. All right, so power is now at 209. That's good. I'll take that for now. I'm probably going to lose a bunch of troops tonight because we're going to be doing a bunch of clearing out on the server for BIA. It just is what it is. When you attack cities, you lose troops. So certainly I'll end up killing more than I lose, but it is just part of the game. And this is a war game, you know, and that's part of what this BIA is. BIA is a little bit of a wake-up call and a clearing out. Make sure people understand, make sure people are listening, make sure people are active. And if they're not, kind of really see where things are across the state. So that's all I have for tonight, but I hope you're enjoying this journey. I hope you're following me along and want to see, you know, the spending and the account progression and see how things go. And if you do, if you like seeing that and following along, you got to help me out by liking this video, subscribing, and turning on notifications. That way, whenever I post anything, you'll know about it right away. Thank you very much for joining me, and until next time, I'll see you later.